Welcome back, ladies and gents. We are currently in between major missions. We've been on an absolute slog of finding out about lore and revelations and different things like that. We know about Project Zero Dawn. We know about the problems Gaia has gone through to save the world, and we know about our origin story. We're fully clued up. Now it's just we know the great mission that we have, the great quest that has been given to us by being born, and that is trying to get Gaia back online and trying to defeat the subordinate function of Hades, who wants nothing more than to bring Earth back to zero, back to ash, because that's what it's designed to do. But we've got time. We've got time to do that. Plenty of time and plenty of things to be going on. We're going to do this little hunting ground. We're going to go and sort out this tall neck. We're going to go and see Vanasha, who's got this beautiful quest that we've got to do in Sunfall. We'll have to put on a different outfit in order to do that. What else we got? Quests wise. Yep, talk to Vanasha. We're all caught up in various other errands and things. I'm not sure if we need to pick up other stuff, but we'll see.
Ready for another run?
Hell yeah.
Now's your chance to show you can snare Glinthawks. Lure them close to you, then tie them down in time to pass this test.
Okay.
Good. Now slide down a rope to get started. Go, go, go!
Okay. Now, where are these glinty Glinthawks? There's one over there. Where else are you? Beautiful Glinthawks. So let's look what we got here. Weapons. So we want our rope caster. Bring that up here. And we've got our fire arrows, which will bring them down to the ground. Okay. So, 3 critical strikes. Okay. Okay, that did it enough. But it's not working at the moment. Okay, let's grab him down. Okay, he's down. That's another one. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, he's down. Come on, he's down. Oh, we're dead. That's messy. Try this again. Because we don't want to do all our laundry all over again. Let's save. Campfire, finish the trial first. Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. Critical hit. Boom.
Rope's giving.
Okay. Okay, another critical hit. Boom. Right. Let's make sure we're all good. Oh, please, 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 please. Oh my goodness me. Oh, I'm absolutely not doing well here. Critical hit. Boom. Trial completed in a minute. Did we get that blazing sun? Can't work it out. A minute sounds about right. We've still got our stealth weave on, so that's pointless.
You won a
Yeah,
blazing
there we
sun
go.
on your first attempt? Congratulations!
Thank you. So that's all of them. So farewell to you, sir.
Another time.
The trials are ready when you are.
That's good to know. Good to know. Okay. Now, let us go over here and try and free up this area and see if there's any more quests. I think there might be. Right. Let's make our way. Best way to approach it is probably going back this way, isn't it? Let's do that and we'll set off the campfires. But yeah, so there's little pockets of stories to be had still. I can think of 4 off the bat that we haven't hit yet. I'm wondering whether there's a couple more as well. Oh, who are they fighting? Various machines fighting against each other. Oh, that was terrible. That's terrible. All the time drawing him towards me. Okay, still going. What? That's rock breakers. Damn them. Oh, hello. Right, we'll continue over here. It's looking to take us down here. I think I will go down here to circumvent these rock breakers. Come up through this little valley down here. What do we got there? We've got a scrapper. Yes, I can think of actually 5 stories that we've not hit, and I think we need to go to various places. I think we need to go back to Pitchcliff to find a little story. Yes, I do. Okay. Okay, stealth is right, I think. Where are we? We're over here. Okay, this is our last tall neck of the main game, and we've just hit Quite a drastic amount.
Another signal.
Oh, they're all after a trampler over here. We'll leave them to it. I don't know whether they're bandits or eclipse, I'm not sure. Here we go. There is our tall neck. Got a ravager over here. It's the tall neck signal.
The signal's coming from that tall neck.
Right, let's get near him. Find his path.
I need to find a way up to the tall neck's head.
I really would like to find its path. I think I can see it over here. I think I can see it over here. So we've got a ton of ravagers. That's the... So, highlight the track. Good. Okay.
Okay, focus. Where's this signal?
Let's try and get up over here. Oh shit.
For later.
Let's try and get up here. Here we go. Quite sure how we're doing it. Right, let's have a look. What have we got? Got bellow back, for goodness sake. Got long leg. 2 bellowbacks. Right, so getting up here would be really great. To do that without... It'd be great to kill this guy. But let's try and get up here without alerting them. Okay.
I should be able to jump onto the tall neck from here.
I think we've missed our window for a while, so we've got to rely on being safe up here until they come round. I think we can do that. Let's highlight all the beasties just to make sure. This long legs, God, it's so rife with dudes. What are they? They're ravagers. I think we did right to try and stealth it, because we would have had about 8 machines up on us. But we're just hoping that we're not going to get any friends up here. I mean, if we highlight that guy's track, he's just going up, back and up there. That's cool. This guy is just going back and forward up there. This guy, he's just stopping there. It's all good. Sunfall all the way over there. That's where we had all the problems. With Helis, and Helis must be fuming at the moment to have let us go so cheaply after having us at the clutches of his mercy twice and then with us escaping. He must be livid. But he thinks he's going to get his is just desserts at some point soon. Oh shit. Wrong button. That was very close. Right. This apparently is all good. Oh.
All right. Now I just have to reach its head.
This is slightly different. Yeah, we've not done one like this before. Slightly harder. Slightly more time consuming. But it's all good. It's all good in the hood. Those long legs will have their comeuppance in a moment. Okay, let's rappel. Okay. Beautiful. Plenty of things. Right, let us continue up to here. So we'll turn slightly left and run. This Ravager is not as hurt as I'd want him to be. Okay. These are bad boys. So I'm gonna... They're off that way, so that's cool. What have they left us? Plenty of things. Oh, my shitting balls. Well, they haven't seen us, so that's fine. Right, what we need to do, because we're going to Sunfall, because we're not welcome there at the moment, we need to disguise ourselves. We've been given this stalwart, light, kestrel armour. It steals its wearer against blinding effects. Highly customizable. Is it highly customizable? Because there's one slot. Let's put a bit of melee attack in there. Okay, just a kestrel woman going back to the homelands. Nothing to see here. I said there's nothing to see here. We look a bit like we're from a DC storyline, though, don't we? With this mask on. It's a little bit Catwoman-y. Just going to ride straight through here, my boys. Please do not mind us. I know you can see us, I know you're sensing our presence and the danger that might bring, but honestly, ignore us. It's the better for both of us.
Good for an old remedy.
We're weaving on through. Okay, plenty to see here and do here. We've got at least two
The
storylines
started a war.
to enjoy here.
Now they want us to sit on our hands?
Imagine us, half-starved and weeping, laying siege to Meridian.
I just want to go home.
So they're wondering about this charge against Meridian. They've got no food. They're refugees.
You've seen enough. Move along.
They're living in these sort of tent cities. The Shadow Carja are not giving them what they need. They were brought here. Some of them were brought here under duress.
Son, I'm hungry.
Let's speak to this Kestrel here. See what his opinion is.
The sunlight always reminds me of who I am. No matter what happens, we are Carja. And we will
Sun
endure.
and Shadow. If you can't trust Uthid, who can you trust?
Ah, yes.
What do you want?
So that's the storyline we're going to enact over here by speaking to Vanasha. But let's...
The food is from Dowager Queen Nasadi, little ones. Her Highness knows times are hard and helps when she can. Eat, but bring some home for your families, if you have one. I've heard whispers about you. Rides machines, fancy spear, delightful freckles. Some even say you have a conscience. How extraordinary.
Who are you? You're obviously not one of the Shadow Carja.
My name is Vanasha. For now, all you need to know is that I'm a whisper of reason in this howling pit of insanity.
I know how that feels.
I'm sure you do. And so does Uthid. He's a good man, so naturally the Shadow Carja want to murder him. I've done some digging, and I think he's headed for the Green Climb. It won't take those mercenaries long to find him. He could use some help, if you're so inclined.
Okay. So, talk about this Uthid.
How do you know Uthid is innocent?
I'm excellent at making inquiries. Look, he feeds orphans from his own rations and personally punishes anyone who hurts the old or infirm. The idea that he would try to kill Edaman is ridiculous. He must have found something that can embarrass the priesthood. Otherwise, Bahavas wouldn't risk marking such a well-regarded man for death.
So yeah, Uthid's a threat to that system at the moment. And the system is that they've brought Edaman, who's the son of Jiran, here. Who's very young, very impressionable, and his dowager mother. But they are merely puppets. It's Bahavas that's running the show, along with support from Helis. But yes, we're going to find out what Uthid has against them.
Stop being evasive and tell me who you really are.
Stop being evasive? You might as well tell me to stop being charming. It's impossible, but I like you, so I'll tell you a secret. I have friends in Meridian, and I like to do favors for them when I can. Uthid might be of use to them, if he survives.
Yeah, it's not a story I remember 100%, so I'm interested to get back into it and find out why Uthid is here helping the Shadow Carja, what made him come with them, what's changed his mind.
What makes you think he's on the Green Climb?
He knows he'll be pursued, so he needs a hideout that's both familiar and defensible. He once single-handedly held off an entire bandit clan in those foothills. My guess is that he'll fall back on what worked before.
I'll do what I can for Uthid. But what about you?
What about me what?
What will you do while I risk my life?
Useful things, little huntress. Look for 3 dead trees south of Sunfall. They mark the start of the Green Climb. Good luck.
Okay, so 3 dead trees south of Sunfall. How far south? That's the question. Well, that's Sunfall. That isn't south. But anyway, who's counting? Right, let's listen to this this other one here, this other mission.
It's disconcerting to see so many savages around Sunfall.
Right, there's dead and dying around this place.
Karja,
She's very pale. Is she unwell?
Yes. She's a fighter, but the fever on her won't lift. It only burns hotter. Her name is Shiana, my sister.
Isn't there anyone in Sunfall who can help?
We're refugees. We know our place. And there's only one healer in the territory. He's difficult. His soul is in shadow.
His soul is in shadow.
Galiv. That's him. He's very clever, but he has little care for people. Perhaps the desert scoured it all away. Perhaps he was always like that. Either way, I know he won't help us.
Well, I'll see about that. Where would I find him?
Last I heard, he was patching up soldiers at Blazon Arch. Another border battle.
I fear this ceasefire is a ruse.
Okay.
Avad's a...
So Aloy offered to find a healer to tend to a young Shadow Karja refugee. I think this is what we'll do next, because that takes us all the way down to this beautiful area, and there's a bit of lore down here that's really quite interesting. I'm going to leave that corrupted area. No, we're going to do that on the way down.
murderer after all. Are we to take him at his word?
Oh, big guy. You're off your patrol course, aren't you? Never mind. Okay, I don't know what this is going to be, but what we're going to do is we're going to take this out, and we're going to put on our Banuk Sickness Eater Heavy to stop us suffering the corruption that they supply us in this corrupted zone. I think it might be just over the brow. This hill. Not quite. Might just leave those charges to it. I think I will put this up here. Trampler site. Where is the trampler site? Because you know what? We need trampler heart for some reason, don't we? There's a Banuk doll we can pick up over there. Okay, what have we got here? I think the raccoons, see if we... Oh, there's a fox. I think we can get a bit of a
Good meat.
jump on these chaps by coming up here. Can we? Yes. So, what we're going to do is we're going to protect ourselves in some regard by doing a bit of this. Oh my goodness gracious. It's a corrupted behemoth. Two of the beasts. A corrupted broadhead. What else we got? Okay. Oh, it's gonna... Okay, that's be good enough for that. I'm gonna hide for a bit. beast over there. Look. Right, let's set some more of those because that works okay. And then we'll come down.
Gotta try closer.
Okay.
It's down.
Okay, what else we got? I don't think they're going to come up here, but I might be wrong. Okay. Right, it's going to... Oh my giddy aunt. Set them on fire. One more in your face. Just in your leg will do. With the broadhead over here. I think those traps took it out of them, little men. Cheesy little motherfucker. Cheesing it from the sidelines. Okay, chucking things at me, that's fine. That's come off, very good. Try and get one in there. No, that doesn't work. Got your jaws. Right, let's try this. Let's try this. Oh. Didn't work too well. Because he's got not got much more to get off, is he? No. It's probably not the right course of action. Interesting to try it though. Okay, well, it wasn't pretty, it wasn't fancy, but it got the job done. And it's all I'm capable of doing. Wow, I've got some nice corruption coils and weaves. And all manner of parts we've knocked off. What's this going to give us? Corruption coil, fire coil, 49% fire coil, that is pretty good. And a behemoth lens. Okay. Plenty of medicinal things that they've kindly left for us. take that off. Right, we're going to zigzag our way down here to this fun area. And there is a great bit of lore about the Forbidden West here, and Karja's attempt to understand it. What in the world? Downed behemoth. A downed behemoth with a free mod.
Looking good.
Looking good indeed. So let's look into what mods we have here and how they can help us. Outfit weave. Have we got anything better there? No. Silence? No. So we've got these corruption coils, but nothing that can trump it. Yes, we have something, 24%, 31% freeze, and that resists ranged attacks and corruption. That's pretty damn good. And that is all we've got there for now. Osram Sparkworker Heavy, so we can put these in here to really double down on that. Very good, so that would help us against Stormbirds. So it's a nice outfit as well, it's a more casual version of that. Ranged attack, no. What do we got here? We can put that in now. Do you know what? Nora Survivor Heavy. No, we'll leave that. We'll leave that, I think. And then resist melee attack. We've got the best we can there. Okay. I think what we'll do, we'll stay in this outfit for now because we're not going to do too much fighting. Oh, he says, as these scrappers come to claim their prize. Beautiful. It's knocked him down. That's beautiful, and take that. Could do with some wire from you guys. Bit of wire. That's good enough. Let's max out this. Still a bit of wire left, but that is the most precious of materials for me in this playthrough, the wire. Incidentally, one of my favourite ever shows as well, so there you go. Okay, let's head down. I mean, we could do this. It takes a little bit off. I don't know whether we're welcome in here, but we might do with this. No, we're not welcome in here. Let's try putting on this outfit, see what happens. I think we need to reset it somewhat. Let's try it now. Because these are kestrel bitches. No, still not happy. Wow. There's a track in there, though, isn't there? I think this is another story. This is another story. Yes. No, this isn't for us yet. We'll leave that for another time. Okay. Well, I'm using the potions because invariably we're always full on those potions. In fact, we can make ourselves even more full by crafting them because we've got lots of different... well, we're not doing too well on the rich meat. No, I think I will leave that for now. We'll hold on to the the meat parts, because I know some of the weapons that we want to buy need them. More kestrels, but they're not too bothered about us, are you, gents? Okay, so we are in the wonderful world. I can't remember what this place is called. Blazon Arch, there we go.
I can't spare the weight.
Hello?
Night's
They're
coming.
not kestrels, Karja soldiers. They're not the elite of the elite. What have we got? There's something up there, a little supply crate. Let's do the rounds. Are we alright to go in here and grab this? Look at them. I don't know if I've ever been in here. They're doing a bit of wrestling.
My rations today. When I asked about the old fellow, all he said was, gone. I hope Ahavas knows what he's doing bringing in these outlanders.
Oh god, they've got knives. That's serious. That's a serious game. They're talking about Uthid here. Because he was a Shadow Karja, soldier
He
of
was the most devoted Karja I knew.
some rank.
If he can't stay true, what hope is there for the rest of us?
Right, so his defection is really affecting
Starving us out, plain and simple.
the morale of the troops. Okay, what you got, my friend? Ooh, plenty. We're still missing a bloody lanthorn heart, a boar skin, and a trambler heart. That warbow is the one I want the most. I really want to experiment with the corruption arrow.
Watch yourself. You never know who you're talking to.
Okay, it's night time. So that's the guy we want, Galiv.
It's getting dark. There are never enough hours in the day.
Under here there is a bit of a supply crate. I saw it. It's there. There we go. Shards Gambler's Box. Let's look here at what we've got. Might be some more. We haven't used rocks for 12 years. All shock traps. Scrap of lens, metal vessels, which we're full of. Full of echo shells. Crystal braiding, that's good. Belloback lens. Oh, wow. I think we can afford to go and sell some to this dude. Metal burnt blaze. Wire good. Crystal braiding good. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Beautiful, lots of wire. Right, I think what we'll do... Wait, there we go. We'll go and see this merchant again.
It just doesn't make sense.
Where is he?
One day he had a little cough. The next, he's gone.
Where's this merchant? There he is. There he is. Right, I'm going to sell you some stuff. I'm going to sell you a load of metal burn. Oh. Load of metal burn. Load of echo shells. I'm going to sell you all of this desert glass. A load of chill water. A load of these metal vessels. Don't need these. Oh, look at that wire. Need loads of that wire. And a load of these sparkers. I've got so much wood. It's not fair. And then we'll go back in here and we'll grab all of this stuff. Zergoot. Alright, let's go and speak to Galiv.
Are you Galiv, the healer?
I had planned to spend the day gazing at the lands of my exile and feeling sorry for myself, but you're not from Sunfall, so this could be interesting.
I came from the tent city there. There's a sick girl. Her brother told me about you.
The answer is no.
What?
No, I can't spare the medicine, nor my time to administer it. My resources are already spread thin, thin as the soiled cloths I have to use for dressings.
Why won't you help?
Look at it from my perspective. What meager goods I can get must be smuggled in. That's expensive. The behemoth's share goes to the military. Of course, there are the demands of the Citadel. Helis's kestrels are so prone to sticky ends. What's left, that's for the nobles, who can pay well for my services.
Look at it from my perspective. A little girl is sick.
I think we're calling to each other across an ideological impasse.
Well, there is this.
What's stopping me from just making you do it?
I'd have to cause a situation. And you wouldn't harm the only healer disgraced enough to work for the Shadow Karja, would you?
Well, we've only just met, but yes, it's tempting.
And take it up with the Citadel. They decide who lives and dies. Nothing you can do would compare to my punishment if I use the last of my stock on a tent girl.
Oh dear, that's not the right word, is it? Tent girl.
You're kind of an ass, healer.
There's no cure for a conscience, but in this line of work, I've built up an immunity to it. And yet, if you feel so strongly about this one girl, perhaps we can make a deal. My charity for a Thunderjaw heart.
That's not how charity works.
It is how deals work. You'd settle my debts. For a while.
Those parts aren't exactly easy to come by.
As it happens, a Thunderjaw prowls the Valley of Omens, north and west of here. I know it well because they expect me to put its victims back together. Runaways, mostly.
If I do this, it's not for you.
Oh, I'm not expecting you to do it at all. But I'll be heading back to the Citadel later.
Okay, so we've got to meet him at the Citadel. But there is some kind of data point here, which I want to grab. But I can't remember where it is. So Galiv only speaks in numbers, in shards. There we go. Need to go down there. So we've got to basically buy it. Buy the tent girl's help. We do that by getting a Thunderjaw. Okay, well this is, I think, very, very interesting. The Forbidden West. A book, yellowing parchment, contains reports in various different hands and inks. Here we go. So, Expeditions into the Forbidden West. Reader, if you would like to know of the Forbidden West, there are none more qualified to be your teller than I, the considerate Udain, healer of the Blazing Arch. Why? For I yet live, unlike the outlanders who gasped or shrieked the tales that follow. Foolhardy blazons and madcaps all. They were brought to me near death, poisoned, mortally wounded, or driven witless by what they had experienced in the land beyond the Daunt. With such wounds, it was all I could do to ease their pain and try to make notes from their ranting. So, people who'd come back from the Forbidden West were to be healed here, and their words were taken as mostly by as words of mad people. They've been driven mad by what they've seen and experienced in their maybe hunger and thirst. As the sun shines upon me, I cannot vouch for the full truth of these tales. I only hope they will satisfy your curiosity and turn you from the path that led these imprudent explorers and daredevil trekkers to their deaths. Though each account differs, it is certain that the western lands are most unlike our own. Some cross deserts of palest white, others deserts the colour of fire, or even limitless sweeps of blue sand that seem to reflect the sky above. broken only by the remains of ancient machines. There's a video of mine called Horizon Zero Dawn tells us about Forbidden West, and it goes into the wonderful whys and wherefores of what we could see. So take a look at that. Others spoke of vast prairies of tall grass, each blade sharp enough to draw blood, dotted with shivering black flowers, or incalculable plains of dried mud, cracked like a great mosaic. At night, unknown animals watch with glowing eyes, and strange birds, all the colour of kites and fireworks, chitter and call out in men's voices. So it speaks to the different biomes we're going to see. We're going to see deserts and jungle, tropical lands where we see different animals that have been released, namely parrots and things. Most extraordinary of all these reports of a lake 100 times the size of Daybrink, so wide the far shores cannot be made out, and so deep that an entire city of the ancients stands drowned within it. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? That's not something I picked up on before. The fact that we can now swim under the water and discover different different places and secrets under there, and sunken ancient cities. The water is sour to taste and sickening, and it's said to rise up and push back against those who attempt to cross. It's on the west coast, San Francisco and places like that. We've seen underwater. It would seem that dead cities without number have been consumed by the shifting dunes in the west, their skeletal towers mired in seas of sand. The wind is heard to sing a low, mournful song through these ruins, or through the skeletons of vast metal birds now fallen, or over great metal bowls now filled with depths of black water where fish dart like shooting stars. That song of ruin, rising from a hum to a howl, still haunted these men and women as they thrashed and sweated in unquiet sleep. But though the western lands are harsh, and even their beauty hides danger, it's not the land alone that swallows up all who venture within, that inflicts the brands and wounds suffered by those few fortunate enough to return. Oh yes, all have spoken of new machines, oh dear. We've seen a couple of those, haven't we? More strange and terrible than any found in the Sundom, with their fingernails dying witnesses of scratched out impossible shapes, or if they still possess several limbs and vocal organs, mimicked jerking movements and imitated awful sounds, all belonging in the throes of madness. And what manner of men can live where the sun goes at night? These tales the most chilling. One spoke of drinkers of machine blood. Well, we're going to see one of those later. Their lips and tongues stained, their teeth replaced with metal. Another described youths as pale as ash, so that may be one of a Tanakh tribe, maybe. All wearing the same faces, who hunt silently and tirelessly in the night. Still another told of a tribe seen only from afar, whose folk busied themselves digging deep pits in the sand, only to fill them in again for unknowable reasons, while another tribe was only glimpsed on the waters of the great lake, riding their thin dark boats. Oh son, a half of me regrets scribing these stories, for they inspire questions that can only be answered by yet more doomed expeditions, and yet I must tell the tales, for what else remains of these poor and wretched men and women? That's interesting, isn't it? Because he's conflicted, because he knows that people are going to get damaged and killed to go out there. But they travelled all the way back to tell these stories, so he's got to tell them for their sake. If they sought riches, they found none to bring back, nothing save a handful of black silt, or curiously stamped piece of metal, a chunk of desert glass with shifting hue, or an odd smooth shell. I've kept all these things to remind me of those who went in search of the forbidden and paid for it dearly. Reader, if you think yourself an adventurer, heed the warning in the old man's collection of strange small things, and go not into the forbidden west. We won't heed that warning, my friend. If I could do it today, I bloody well would.
I have nothing more to give, you or anyone.